just going for another walk because I felt like there were still things I needed to get off my chest. Oh shit, did I lock the door? Did I lock the door? Did I lock the door? Yeah, I shut the door. Just check actually. Did I shut the door? Did I shut the door? Yeah, I shut the door. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I just get upset sometimes because I just worry whether I will ever get as good a job opportunity that I lost. Job opportunity that I lost last year. And I lost it because I got hurt. I can't even process this. It's just so hard to process. It's just I was hurt and angry. Well, I mean, partly because I was told no, because I wanted some financial help. I felt, I guess, that was owed to me over the way that I'd been treated. So maybe there was a sense of entitlement. But also, I just wanted them to be happy for me that we had twins. And then she straight away tells Denise, and she says that, oh, she's just processing what I've told her about the twins, but actually she was telling Denise, knowing that Denise would just be bitter and jealous and malicious. And then that just triggered the hell out of me, and then I messaged telling their work they're child abusers, and then threatened them and blah blah blah, all in anger. And then they do a report against me, but then they also make a lot of stuff up, or rather my mum makes a lot of stuff up, adds a lot in there, and then it comes back to bite me in the arse when I get the perfect job opportunity, and then it gets taken away. And I don't understand, like, someone is angry because they're hurt, they're upset with the situation, and it's like, I understand for them to cut off, that's fine, because that helped me anyway. It kind of helped me that they stopped helping me financially and they cut off from me, but they didn't need to sabotage my opportunities as well. I mean, what I did to their work, they've still both got their jobs, and I'm the one that lost out on the only decent job opportunity I've ever had. It's my own fault though, in a sense. I played right into their hands because she looks for every opportunity to be punitive. Just wish I didn't have a punitive mother. You know, if someone's done something wrong, someone is hurt, someone is upset, yeah, it was wrong to message their work. What does that achieve? What does trying to fuck up their employment achieve? It doesn't help me trying to get revenge on them. It's private family business. It's not to share with their employer. And also it's years and years ago. You know, they hadn't bothered me in years. They hadn't caused me any trouble in ages. But I suppose I was just angry because I felt like all of their abuse has made it hard for me to achieve much because I'm so traumatized all the fucking time. Just wish that she'd let it go, that she'd just been, oh, he's angry, he's done that. Okay, there's a risk our job could fuck up, but as long as our jobs don't fuck up, we're not going to do a report against him. Like, there was no result, I suppose, just from what I went to do, even though it didn't even fuck their jobs up. I'm angry at myself as well because I wish I never did it. I think part of me wanted them. I wanted to push them away, you know. But if I didn't want to be reliant on them for money anymore, I could have just said to my grandma, oh, you can stop that amount. I'll just manage on what I've got. You can stop it, and then go my own way, rather than actually. And that's often been my habit. I can't seem to assert myself and say to someone, you know, I want to move on. I don't want to. I would like to move on to a different therapist or something, rather than tell the therapist I wanted to move on from him. I purposely put myself in debt so I wasn't able to pay for therapy anymore, as a way of sort of sabotaging. And then it's just, I self-sabotage all the time. I suppose because it must be this unconscious belief that I don't deserve success. I self-sabotage my job opportunity. I self-sabotaged my living landlord rental thing that I was doing. And then I sabotaged my healing process by getting in contact with people who are no good for me, such as my mother. I just don't understand. She always says, oh, why don't you get a job, or you should be living with your family. You know, well, I probably would have been supporting my family and potentially living with them by now, if that job opportunity didn't fuck up. You know, if that wasn't on my record and I got that job, then it would have been working. And then, you know, it's like she knew that I possibly wanted to do support work for people, so she knew that I may need an enhanced DBS, but yet she put that on my record. I just play into bitches' hands, I tell you. My mum, my ex. Okay, now there's all pollen around. I think I swallowed some. So that's that then. It happened. Can't happen again because I'm giving up anger now because I see how dangerous it is. It fucks up opportunities. It festers resentment. It festers envy. It festers greed. Festers envy. Anger festers hurt, which festers more anger. People get hurt, they get angry, then they get aggressive, then they hurt others, then those people get angry, then those people get aggressive, then they hurt others. And everyone just hurts each other. Hurt people hurt people. Someone has to break the cycle. One just hopes. Because I said, I'm not sending any more emails. They were like, oh, can you retract it? And I said, well, tell me what you want to say and I'll send it. And then they're like, oh, you didn't send it in time, you took too long. No, we're going along with the non-molestation order now. We're going along with it. It comes back to bite me in the arse. And it had to be like, the worst thing about it is when I went there and told them about it, the work, they were like, oh, you can work for us. There are people that have criminal records. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And I was like touched and I was emotional. And then they say, oh, then I just get a letter from the same woman telling me, oh, after we're withdrawing our conditional offer because unsatisfactory DBS. It's like, well, you just told me like in person because it was recent, I guess she was saying that. So hopefully it won't show up, but you never know 100%. But I suppose I can take it that, well, nothing else had ever showed up. Previous things hadn't showed up that were beyond a year, so it's beyond a year, so now it's like, how do I find another opportunity? Because I want to work. And I don't know now, I don't want to go down the bloody support route again, helping people with support, because it's just too painful to go down that route now, because it's a reminder of how it didn't work out. So now what do I do? I mean, I've paid for a year's access to an IT app. It's just, that was so easy, that job. It was a 10-minute walk. It was a 10-minute walk. It's a 10-minute walk, and it was good pay. And IT jobs are further, and they're harder. That was an easy job. IT job is going to be hard. I mean, it's not so hard that I can't do it, but I'm just lazy. I can't be bothered to do the studying. I know I can do it. You know what? I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'm going to do the IT study. Yeah. I just need to organise my house. Once I organise my house so it's conducive for studying. So I'm just going to completely tidy it up and then have my notepad, have my app, and just study. But I have to balance that out with meditation and really relaxation, because if I don't want to burn myself out. So hopefully the Phlox team will support me on that track. So I'm going to continue studying. It's just some of the fucking stuff about IP addresses I just can't understand. But I suppose there's always a weak point, and I have a tendency to give up when I reach a hurdle. even though there's a little voice inside of me saying, don't give up, don't give up. But now that I know it's best not to act out of anger or greed, don't trust the mind when it's angry. Don't trust the mind when it's weary. Don't trust the mind when it's lustful. Don't trust the mind when it's don't trust the mind when it's in an overly emotional state. Trust the mind when it's stoic and clear, when the water's not boiling, or at least when the water's off the heat. So IT is the way forward. It's the only way forward. I mean, I brought that up for a reason, and I was doing so much studying before, and I was doing so well. So I'm going to just get on with it. Get on with the studying. And that's that. That's all I can do. So I can support my wife and kids finally. So my wife doesn't have to work as much, or ideally doesn't have to work at all if she doesn't want to. So we're back in Hanley Park. Yeah.
Are you on TikTok, wait?
Just find it hard to focus at the moment on IT. But step by step, step by step, step by step, the thing is, there was one interview I didn't even go for because I was so depressed over what happened with the previous one. So, best to avoid giving up. Avoid giving up on things. Such nice weather today. Oh my god. It's nice weather. It's nice weather. I feel like I've lost a lot of weight. I'm probably about 10 stone. Thinking of maybe buying some scales so I can weigh myself. But maybe it's not really necessary. Keep hearing in my head, block my mother before it's too late, before she ruins my life. But I just kind of feel like I'm done with blocking people. It just doesn't do any good. Because I know how hurtful it is to be blocked by someone. If they want to get you, they'll get you. So, just don't know what to say when she tells me she wants to see my twins. Our twins. There's two sides to every story though. There was no point in asking them for any more help. My grandma was already giving me $500 a month. And rather than just appreciate it, I asked for more. And then when I didn't get my way, I became enraged because I told them good news in the hope that they would help. And instead she just went and blabbered to my sister Denise, who gets jealous and bitter and malicious. I became enraged, trauma, and then sent loads of emails, and then they reported me. Confessing my sins. Confessions. Just still can't comprehend why someone would want to get revenge on their own son. Teach him a lesson. Can't imagine doing that. She just fell over. Someone's left a bottle of water there. So, where was I? Yeah, I mean, I think before I can ever reconnect with my parents, I need to change. I just wonder why my dad didn't sign anything to give me an order. He didn't sign the non-molestation order. So how come he didn't want to get revenge? My mum probably couldn't get him to sign anything this time because he'd done it before. So she got my grandma to sign. So is the women in my family. Except CL. CL's never wanted to get revenge on me. Maybe it's not just that she's bad, my mother. Maybe it's that she's bad for me. That's what Steve said. He said, your mother is bad news for you. And she is. She just weakens me. She weakens everyone because she's so negative and critical. Maybe I've become somewhat like that. The part of her that I wish to cut out the most is the part of her that's formed part of me. be good to talk about this with a therapist, but I can't afford therapy. Yeah, I can't really. I can't really afford a therapist, so. A therapist would be useful at the moment. I don't know. I'm waiting for something on the NHS though, so let's see what happens with that. See what happens. Time to walk home.